Hey guys, it's your girl Ari, and today I'm going to be doing another tutorial. My other tutorial that I did, it was like how to do pro sounds for TikTok. That got 10K views. So yeah, today I'm going to be showing you how to make edits. But this does cost money. If you want me to do one that doesn't cost money, one for free, then get this video to 50 thumbs up. I know we can do it. So yeah, without further ado, let's get on to the video. Baby, girl, come into my life and love me. Girl, come into my life and love me. Girl. You're gonna need a couple of apps. You're gonna need Instagram, iMovie, and Video Star. So the first thing that you'll be doing is you're going to be opening up Instagram. And then this is where you're going to be finding your audio. You can find it off TikTok or Instagram. Your choice. So one great thing to search up is Drizzy Audios. They're one of my favorites that I use all the time. And if you do use Drizzy Audios, make sure that you tag them when you post your Instagram post. So I'm going to be using this song, Thank You Next, from Drizzy Audios. Okay, so once you've screen recorded that, you will be going into Video Star. So this is where you will be doing your actual edit. So you're going to go down, you're going to press videos, and you're going to press the song that you made, and then you're just going to adjust it however you'd like and where you want to start and where you want it to end. Then you're going to press make video. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to press add, and then you're going to press import photo down here. And this is where you're going to import, like, your first, like, this is where you're going to import, like, the name of your channel or whatever it is. So it can just be a black screen. And then you're going to adjust that to where you want it. Once that's adjusted, you're going to press this button down here. And then you're going to press import photo. This is where you're going to be importing all your photos to the beat, or like before we put in the transitions. So you're just going to be putting in all the photos. So that's all you do. Okay, so now once you're done, it should look a little bit like this. All the sections should be at least a little bit similar, unless it's the last section or the middle section. So now you're going to be pressing multi-layer clip. You're going to press the number 1, then you're going to press the clip that you're using the effect on. You're going to press number 2, press text, and then you're going to put in like the name of your Instagram account name. So mine's My Popular Edits. Go follow me on Instagram. And next, you're going to press edit keyframes. This is where you're going to make it float, like if it's like moving, like the text is moving. So you can like move it side to side. You can move it up and down. You can change the size. This is what multi-layer does. And that's how we will be entering all the transitions. The first transition I will be teaching you is the zoom out transition. But the first thing we will do is make it float. So you can just adjust that any way you like by dragging and twisting and moving and all this crazy stuff. So you can just go ahead and do that. Okay, so now what you're going to be doing is you're going to be adding the actual transition. So you're going to press the size bar down at the bottom, and you're going to go all the way to 0 or just like a number close to 0. So now, and then you're going to set where you want it to be full. So like the place you want it to be like actually like full at 100, and then like where it's 0, and then you're going to press create. And that will be the first part of your transition. Now you're going to go to the next clip, the one of your actual picture. You're going to press multi-layer clip. You're going to press number 1 and then the actual clip. Then you're going to zoom out of the size bar in the very beginning. Sorry, zoom in. I meant zoom in. Whoops. Anyways, so you're going to zoom in the very beginning. And then you're going to put where you want, the place where you want it to like be full at 100. So you can set that. So that's what it should look like. So now this is the second part of the transition. You can press create once you're done. Okay, so now this is what the transition should look like. Now you're gonna press it again. You're gonna press the second clip that you put, edit keyframes. Now this transition, I will be showing you how to do the spin transition. This transition is actually really cool. It's one of my favorites. Okay, so you're gonna set to where you want it to start and then where you want it to end. So where you want it to end is the very end, obviously. So you're gonna put like that. Then you're gonna press the mirrors in the very bottom, and then you're gonna add a mirror. I would choose the third one because it would just match best. Then you're gonna go all the way to motion blur, and this will make it a lot smoother. So now it should look like that. Now you're gonna press multi-layer clip for the next one, number 1, and then edit keyframes like you did. Then you're gonna go you're gonna spin it in the very beginning, and then where you want it to end, you're just gonna set it to normal. So you're just gonna set it right there. That's what it should look like. Then you're gonna go, and then you have to add mirrors once that's done. Now, the next one that I will be showing is the kind of like slides transition. I will be doing it like upward. So you're gonna set it to where you want it to like be normal, and then you're gonna set it to where you're gonna slide it upward. You're just gonna drag the whole picture down. So now it's gonna look like this. Boom. So now you're gonna go down to mirrors, choose the third one, because it's one that matches best. Then you're gonna go downward in the little paintbrush, and then you're gonna press motion blur again. Make sure you add motion blur for most all your transitions because it'll make it just a lot smoother. Now to complete this, you're gonna go on to the next clip. So that's what it should look like. Now you're going to go on to the next clip, press multi-layer, press the number 1, and then the video. Then you're going to press edit keyframes, and then you're going to scroll down all the way to the bottom this time. And this time it'll look like it'll be coming up and then down. So then you're going to go to where you would like it to stop. So that's where I want mine to stop, and then I want it to make a little loop. So yeah. So once you're done perfecting it, you're just going to go to the mirrors, press the third or fourth one, your choice. And then you're going to go to the little paintbrush again, and then you're going to go all the way down to the motion blur. And then, yeah, that's what the transition should look like. Then you're going to press the... Yeah, and so I also did the zoom in. I forgot to tell you. But it's really easy. You just press zoom, like you just do this, yeah. Anyway, so now you're going to press edit keyframes for the next one, and you're just going to zoom out for the zoom in. So you kind of do the opposite for the transition. So you set where you want it to be out and where you want it to be in. So it'll just do that for you. And then, so the next transition I will be showing you is how to do this other transition. It's a layout transition. It's a squeeze one. It's really underrated, in my opinion. But yeah, you're going to scroll down to where it says squeeze. You're going to press edit keyframes. The very beginning, if you want to add some flair to your zoom in, you can put 50 or 100 or whatever you want. Then where it's like fully zoomed in, you can make it 0. So it'll look like that. But to the actual transition, once you're done with that, you're going to press 100. And then where you want it to start is where you're going to press 0. You're going to drag it to 0. There we go. So that's the actual transition. Then you're going to press cancel and then create. And then that's the end of that transition. Okay, so to end the actual transition, you have to go to the next clip. You have to do the opposite. So you press that, and then you go to the layout, and then you scroll all the way down into squeeze again. Okay, then you press number 1, edit keyframe, and then you go and you put the very beginning at 100, and then where you want to stop at 0. Should look like that. And then at the end, I'm going to be showing you how to do a bold. But first you have to press done. So now this is what it should look like. So next, how to do the bold transition. It's very similar to the squeeze one. But so you go down to layout and go to bold. So then you're going to press edit keyframes. You're going to make the bulge at the very beginning. You're going to make the bulge 0 at the beginning and 100 at the end. And then where you want it to start, put 0. So that's what it should look like. And then you're going to press create. Yes. And then for the next one, this one's going to be opposite. So you're going to go to squeeze, and then it's going to be out. So you're going to go to layout, and then you're going to squeeze, and it'll look like it's bulging outward as it goes out and then in and then out, which makes no sense. But yeah, it'll look good. So just do that. So you're going to go 100 at the very beginning, and then where you want to stop, you're going to go at 0. So that's what that should look like. Okay, so for the second transition, I just decided to do another zoom in because I couldn't think of anything else to do. Because it's almost halfway in, and I forgot to mention that only import your clips halfway in. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do a simple zoom in, and then press create. Now for the next one, since I didn't really teach you how to do the zoom in, you're gonna press multi-layer and all that, and then you're gonna just go ahead and make the transition. So here's when you multi-layer one and then get keyframes and all this other stuff. Then you're just going to go from out to in. So it should look like that. You can just adjust it however you would like. So also for this one, I decided to go zoom in, then zoom out, which to me makes no sense. I don't know why I did that. It was just planned really bad. But I decided to go zoom out and zoom in. Zoom in, zoom out, which makes no sense probably, but yeah. Okay, so I realized why I did that. So it was because in the very beginning, my first transition I did was a zoom out, and you need to know that, what your first transition was. So now this is what it looks like, and then you're going to press, now this is what the whole thing should look like. It should be probably finished. So those are the main transitions that you should probably know. And then you're going to press merge. So you're going to press, now it's time to merge all the clips together so you can copy them. So you're going to press from the first to the end. You're going to press copy. So now it's copied, and you're going to add and then paste. So now it should be like a big loop. So it should start over again. This is very popular since a lot of people do not want to do that, do a ton of different transitions with a ton of different pictures. It just makes their lives easier. So now since it's at the end, well, at least mine is, you're going to press copy to the first clip that you made. You're going to press paste. So, and then you can adjust it if it's too long. So I'm just going to adjust that real quick. So now to finish it out, you have to press multi-layer clips, because the end transition was a zoom out. I have to finish that. So you have to go zoom in all the way, and then wherever you want it to zoom out is where. So yeah, that's technically it. Just press create and you're done. This is what the final product looks like.
Look what I got. Look what you taught me. Yeah, more than I say. Thank you. Next, thank you. Next, thank you. Next, I'm so fucking grateful for my life. Thank you. Next, thank you. Next, thank you. Next, I'm so fucking spend more time with my friends. I ain't worried about nothing.
Hey guys, it's me again, but I forgot to film a outro for this video, and I realized it while I was editing it. But last video I forgot to mention who the early squatter person was, and it was Lily Del Rosario. She was, I think, the first person to comment #early squad on one of my videos. So thank you very much for having my post notifications on. If you want to be the early squatter next video, then when this comes out, if you're one of the first or second people to comment, then and follow all my social medias, then you might get chosen to be shouted out. So yeah. Ew, that was cringy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope it was helpful, and bye.